Hello, welcome back to the battle. This is turn 7. This is a critical turn as dust starts to come in. I've done a few things differently with morale and unit breaks, brigade breaks, but I'll talk about that at the end. Okay, so union turn. So down here we're not going to use any initiative stuff. We're just going to attempt to charge, and if we don't charge, we'll blow the Confederates off the hill with firepower. In the middle, most of our frontline units are disordered, so they can't do too much. Over at the far side, again, disorder, so no initiative. So we'll start off down at the front here with our, I think it's Newton's brigade. So again, the order is simple. The order is to charge. The brigade will charge the Confederates on the hill and sweep them with hand-to-hand combat. Dusk is coming, and the objectives are time to start sweeping these Confederates off. And hopefully, if we break these hand-to-hand combat, we'll push on through to there. And we've got a 3 and an 8. That is not enough to get a charge off, so they'll just stay shooting. Now let's have a look at what's happening in the middle of the battlefield. So disordered units can't do too much, so we're going to order this unit to pass on through, and we will attempt for a glorious charge. Come back to that one in a minute because that's going to be hard to pass off. So we'll take this one. So this unit is to wheel through the unit and pour some fire onto the battery. And we've got a 10, which is nowhere near enough, and we'll roll again and get a 9, and that's not enough. So that stops the glorious charge in the middle as well. My units over at the far flank, they're just going down to some shooting. So let us start, because the unit stuck in column is stuck in column. Actually, since that is stuck in column, they will have a disorderly retreat. It's pointless being stuck in column there, they'll just get blown to pieces, so let's pull them back. Okay, so we're going to come down to the fighting at the front here. So the Union's hoping to blow some Confederates off the hill. So firing at the unit straight in front. I've rolled 6 dice. It's not hand-to-hand combat. We didn't get into hand-to-hand combat. So 3 dice. We've got 2 5s and a 3. We're close range, so that is 3 hits. Confederate's going to roll some saves, hopefully. 1 save. 2 saves. Takes it to 3. Still hanging in there. And firing at the unit in the middle, only cause 1 casualty to force some break tests, and we've got 2 hits on them. Confederates have got 2 saves, so we've got artillery battery number 1 firing at them, gets a hit and disorders. So Confederate saves. Confederate does save it, which was critical because that would have caused a -3 just the last time. And the 2 batteries over at the 2 batteries over there firing into it. That's got a hit. Got 2 hits because it's come up the flank. And 2 stamina losses because of the artillery hitting them. So that will go to 5. So shooting in the middle. This unit's firing there. It's going to be some sort of obscured shooting. 1 hit on the artillery. Knocked over the weak dice there. Artillery's disordered. Does the artillery save? No, the artillery takes a stamina loss as well. Plus a 2 from a wee red dice. Shooting over in the middle there. We're disordered, so that's missing. And shooting here. This is a chance to break the unit. 2 hits, disordering it. And Confederates save, they do with a 6 and a 5. Probably held the Confederate centre together. And Union artillery on the hill. 1 hit on The Confederates don't save it now. That's critical as well because that is artillery fire. This unit retreated, but still gets 1 dice, which misses, and 3 dice firing at the Confederate unit in front of it. It's not going to do too much. It's disorder. That counts. Do the Confederates save themselves? Yes, they do. So that is the end of the Union turn. Not the glorious turn 7 sweeping we expected. It's now some break tests for the Confederates. So we have this break test to make over here. Sorry, I didn't put the camera up there. So there was disorder at the far end and not a lot of damage in the middle. Well, 1 unit does need to take a break test. We'll see what happens on this hill first. So the Confederates are taking a break test, and they've got 2 casualties, disordered, and hits caused by artillery. So that is -4. So I'm just going to open the table. So let's roll the dice, and we've got a 6 -4. That unit has gone from the field. If that had been in hand-to-hand combat, supports would have potentially ran as well, but it hasn't. And the unit in the middle, which is this unit here, got stamina loss caused by artillery, and it's disordered. That's a 10 -3, 7, which I think is okay for shooting. Yeah, holds it ground and does not move. So Confederate turn. Initiative moves. So nothing here. We're still going to hold the hill. We're going to maybe attempt to charge through the cannons to roll back a Union unit there. In the middle is holding. What I should do is undisorder any Union troops which were disordered, which is pretty much entire front line. They're going to move with initiative and just push forward. Take some firepower coming out of the woods. So, this fresh unit here is going to get an order, and the order is going to be charge this Union unit here. Our 4 is going to do it, and as long as we get a pass through the artillery, which we don't, which has been the bane of this battle, passing through units. So they would move there and stop. These units are pretty shaken in the front, but we will try and rally off a unit, which we do. And the brigade at the far end we've got all the support in the world, so we are going to order this regiment here to do some shooting. They're disordered. Okay, they'll stand there shooting, and we'll order this unit to take the flank. Because they're both going in the same general direction, I'm going to call it a brigade order. And a 9 is a fail. So Confederate turn 7, let's get some shooting under our belts. Getting this unit up on the hill is going to fire down at the regiment in front of it, and it's going to cause 2 hits, disordering the Union. Now this Union unit is on 3 stamina loss. So a couple of saves here for the Union, 2 fails, so that will be a break test for that unit. And I'll put that 2 next to them to remind me. Disordered artillery has it managed to get within close range? Just out, so 2 disordered artillery, both misses. Over here some long range firepower coming out, 3 misses, and same again here. 1 hit, Union unit, they save it. Firing from the woods, 2 hits on the column. Column takes another 2 hits. Long range firepower into the column. 1 hit. Column doesn't save it. Yeah, column is dead. Firepower here. And again, I've totally forgot to move the. So this was. This unit poured some fire into there, disordered it and caused 1 hit. Which the Union saves themselves. Artillery. Fire into the Union. Unit there, 2 hits. Union unit saves 1. 6 casualty, but they are just disordered, they're disordered already. Artillery here, pouring fire into the unit in front of them. 1 hit, which the Union don't save. That's another break test there. And other than some break tests, and again, the camera was on the completely wrong part of the battlefield. Some Union break tests, and then we roll to see if the game ends. So we have the unit down here, which is at -3. Excess casualties and disordered. A 5 front regiment has gone. And we have the unit by the woods, which have rolled a 10, they're going to be okay. The column's rolled a 7, but they're at -2, which makes a 5. Retire a full move. Okay, so that is the end of the Confederate turn, and I will disorder some units, tidy up some stamina markings. Good, so does the game end? No, we have a next turn. Okay, Union turn. Initiative commands in this part of the battlefield. Yes. We're going to advance this unit forward, which will get an enfilade on this unit here. And they'll move in support. And what I'm going to do is order this unit to charge, which is good. This unit's got a charge in. Finally. They are getting support of this. This is why I went in for the charge. Confederates do get a closing fire and score 3 hits on the Union. Let's hope the Union aren't thrown back down the hill. 2 saves, 2 fails. Next up, this Union unit this brigade. This brigade is to advance. So what, what's a risk in that? Let's go for a charge with them. Move up to the cornfields. So So move. Yeah, we'll conduct a charge. A 10 is not going to make it, and the command is not there for real. So at worst, they're going to be shooting off. These units here, the brigade is to advance. They're all held back. One unit swing around there, one unit swing around there. And that's going to happen in fine style. Hopefully we can deal with this cannon with some shooting, because otherwise that's going to be a tricky position. And that unit would conduct a disorderly retreat. Okay. Time for some shooting. Doing enfilading slightly wrong. Enfilading doubles the amount of dice rolled. Probably would have made the artillery fire coming up at the hill more deadly. So let's start off with some shooting. So enfilade fire here. Are we within 6? I don't know. Just in. 4 hits on the Confederates. Confederates have 3. Unit firing at the guns. 2 hits. Which the guns save. Enfilade fire in the centre there. Close range. So 5 hits on the unit. Unit fails 4. Some long range firepower going into that unit. 2 hits. Confederates. Another one. I think this. And this unit here firing at the Confederates. 2 hits. Confederate save, failed 2, puts it to 4. Long range firepower this time, throw 1 into that unit there, which is a miss. Bit of long range firepower over there, not expecting much. 2 hits. Confederate unit saves 1, fails 1. And some hand-to-hand combat coming up. Oh yeah, and a wee artillery shot over here, which hits and doesn't save, so this could be a lot of damage coming up to Confederates. So the charge going in here, got 6 dice, hitting on 3s plus they're charged. Give the Confederates +1 combat resolution cross up on the hill. So 3 hits from the Union, the Confederates fail 2, go to 5. Confederates are going to fight back now. 4s, got 4 hits on the Union. Union save 2 and take 2 in response. So both sides cause 2. The Confederates have a hill, Union have a support. Combat is a draw. So I'm going to check the rules for draw. Case of draw, all engaged units are already shaken must take a break test. If combat is draw, then all units that are not shaken are shaken. Well, if Combat draw, then all cavalry units full size. In case of a draw, all units that are not shaken hold the ground and fight again for next turn. That's going to be the end of that turn, but the Confederates will start some. Confederates will have their last turn, but I do have a load of break tests to make for the Confederate force. So we're going to zoom out. So this unit here, I'll use some red dice. 11, they're happy. This unit here, a 3, they're gone. Unit next to them, a 4, they're gone as well. And this unit here, did I roll for that unit? Yes, I did. So there we have it. That was the end of the Union turn. Confederate turn. Well, I'm going to call the battle at that point, which seems only fair. This flank is now going to be totally overwhelmed by the Union forces coming through. In the middle, Kershaw's brigade has basically gone, being wiped out by advancing troops. In fact, this brigade here technically is broken since both those units now are shaken, so that will be starting to fall back. Over at the far side, the Confederates won that flank, but we did end up throwing everything against the Union flank. So that is a resounding Union victory. The Union forces suffered, but held their troops together longer than the Confederates. I'm going to do one final video which will be wrapping up and talking about a few things that happened during that video.